Today, children, I will tell you the rules related to the past tense. The past tense also has four forms. First is simple past tense. Second is past continuous tense. Third is past perfect tense. And fourth is past perfect continuous tense. First, I will tell you the rules related to the simple past tense. The simple past tense is used first to describe an action that completed in the past, that has already taken place. Like, for example, I received your letter yesterday. Now here, received, the word received has been used in the simple past tense because the action has already taken place in the past. And here one thing more is there. You have to use an adverb or adverb phrase related to the past time, like yesterday, last week, 4 years ago, etc. at the end of the sentences. You may also begin the sentences with these words or phrases because they describe the actions that took place in the past. Sometimes we use simple past tense without these adverbs of time. Like, for example, he didn't sleep well. Now here I have not written last night at the end. So because it is understood that he didn't sleep well last night. So sometimes we can omit the adverbs of time when it is understood. The sentence itself clearly makes us understand the meaning that the action took place in the past only. Then the second rule is to indicate a habitual action in the past. Habitual action in the past means a habit that was there in the past but not now. Example, my father always went for a walk every morning. So this habit was in the past. It is not now going on in the present. It occurred in the past only. So the word went has been used. Then sometimes children, we also use the phrase used to plus verb with these actions that are related to habits that occurred in the past instead of the simple past tense. Like, for example, my father used to go for a walk every morning. So here, instead of the simple past tense went, I have used the phrase used to go. So that also indicates an action, a habitual action that took place in the past. Now the past continuous tense. The past continuous tense is used first to describe an action going on over a point of time or over a period of time in the past. Like, for example, I was doing my homework this morning. Now here this action was going on over a period in the past, that is this morning. So the past continuous tense was doing has been used. Now here also children keep in mind the time of action may or may not be indicated. Then the second use is to describe an action which was in progress, that is, which was going on when another action took place. For example, while I was reading, the light went out. So here, which action was in progress going on in the past? I was reading. So that will be written in the past continuous tense. And what happened, what took place at that time when this action was going on? the light went out. So here the simple past tense has been used, went. So remember children, two actions. One action was going on when another action took place. Then be very careful that you will write the action going on in the past continuous tense and the action that took place at that moment in the simple past tense. Next is the past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to indicate an action that was completed at some point in the past before another action took place. Like for example, when I reached the station, the train had left. So here you see that two actions occurred in the past. First is when I reached the station, and the second is the train had left. But here the train had left had already occurred, and after that what happened? I reached the station. So that was a later action. So the earlier action was the train had left, and the later action was I reached the station. Both the actions occurred in the past. One past action occurred earlier than the other past action. So in such a case, the past perfect is used to describe the earlier past action. That is, the train had left. And the simple past tense is used for the later past action. That is, I reached. So here be very careful children. What occurred earlier, that has to be written in the past perfect, and what occurred after that, that will be written in the simple past tense. The last is the past perfect continuous tense. Now this tense is used to describe an action that began in the past and continued up to a certain point of time in the past. Like for example, they had been playing in the park for 3 hours before I called them. So here the action began in the past, that is, they started playing in the past and continued playing for 3 hours in the past only, before I called them, before something else happened, before I called them. So such a sentence also in which the action began in the past and continued for a certain time in the past, that will be written in the past perfect continuous tense. So children, these are all the rules related to the use of past tense. Be very careful while using the different forms in your sentences. Note down all these rules with the examples and keep them in mind while writing sentences related to the past tense. Particularly when you are writing your essays, any incident or an event related to the past, there you have to use the different forms of past tense, because you are narrating what happened in the past. So follow all these rules related to the different forms when you are writing sentences.